Did you know there are 1,000 plus print-on-demand products that you can create and put your designs on? And this is one of the reasons why I wanted to make this specific training and tutorial for anyone watching, because there are so many different print-on-demand products out there that you can create for now. And this isn't a surprising statistic to anyone who is new to print-on-demand, but t-shirts are usually the first and most saturated product type that a lot of new Etsy sellers and print-on-demand sellers go into, when in actuality you can have much higher success going into a lower saturated product type, such as maybe selling car seat covers and mugs, tumblers, other things that you wouldn't necessarily just jump into designing for with print-on-demand. So with that being said, in today's video I wanted to go over a step-by-step tutorial on how I would do my own market research, how I would create a product and design for a product. If anyone's watching this video right now and you may be having a moment of deja vu, last week I posted this video, and for every YouTube video that I create, I actually script all of my YouTube videos. So everything that you hear me talking about, I write in a outline form and then I go into talking about it. That's how I gather all of my statistics and information that applies to each video. With that being said, I'm remaking this video, but I'm trying to make it in a way that's similar to last week's video, because a lot of people liked my last week's video. I had to take it down, however, because I made a mistake in the video. I wanted to address that mistake because it is very important and it's something that I want to educate on and inform on, and also apologize for, because you guys really do mean the world to me. Anyone who follows my videos, subscribes to my channel, likes the video or comments. I had overwhelming support when I mentioned that I made this mistake. And what happened was, in my last YouTube video that I posted, during the video I used the Canva Pro element as is, and I did not alter or edit the Canva Pro element. In the filming of this video, in my brain, for some reason, I mixed up the licenses with Creative Fabrica, which has a full print-on-demand usage license, and I mixed up Canva Pro's licensing in my head. I don't know why I did this and I made this mistake, because I have never done this, even in my own Etsy and print-on-demand store. I've never used a Canva Pro element just by itself. So when I rewatched this video and reviewed it, and after I posted it, I don't know why I made that mistake. And the only thing I can really chalk it up to is just human error and making a human mistake. And I know that's excuses, and I own up to what I did. And I just want to tell anyone who's watching this video, I am sorry for leading you wrong. And if you created any designs off of maybe what I was doing with just one Canva Pro element as is, I hope this video educates you and helps you in knowing what you should do with the Canva Pro elements. So after this video, I educated myself a lot, and with what I educated myself, I am sharing with you in this video, and I plan on making a commercial use license video later on as well, and a training on that, on how you can find print-on-demand commercial use licenses on your own, and make sure that you are in the clear when you are using certain elements from different graphic design softwares and things like that. So with that being said, Canva Pro offers a license that states if you use their graphics, you need to alter them in some form to use and put on as a design for your print-on-demand products. With that being said, I do want to preface that I have to make an announcement, and a legal announcement, that I don't work for Canva Pro. I don't work for their company. So you do need to email them if you have any concerns with your licenses and with your specific graphics or designs. However, that is exactly what I did after making this video. I made a design with multiple Canva elements. I sent them a picture, and one of my designs I posted on my TikTok. If you guys haven't followed me on there, it's Heather Studio on TikTok. I post quick tutorials on there as well, since TikTok is a very short form video platform. But when I posted that video, I had the same comments I did last week on my YouTube video, which was, "Hey Heather, However, I think you may be in the wrong in posting this design with Canva elements unedited. Now, I sent this design to Canva and they came back to me, and I'm going to read exactly what they wrote in their email because this is what they wrote. I double checked with Canva. I attached a screenshot of my little ghost design, and those are multiple elements on Canva Pro. If I were to sell one ghost by itself, that would be violating Canva Pro's licenses. However, since I used multiple Canva elements, such as multiple ghosts, that complies with their Canva terms and conditions. So what I asked specifically is, so if I use one ghost element with a second ghost element, does this count as incorporating and altering as the design was originally by itself? I also put, is the attached design a potential issue? I am an affiliate of Canva and influencer, so I don't want to tell people the wrong thing. And that's my honest truth in all this. As an influencer, I hold myself responsible to telling and making sure that I am educating everyone who watches my videos. With that being said, what they responded specifically is, and I'm blurring out all the names in this specific email just to keep the customer service reps that I worked with private. However, they put specifically, to clarify, your example is correct. When you incorporate one element on a design with another element, photo, font, background, graphics, or video, you can comply with our content license agreement. However, the use of filters, changing of colors, resizing, cropping an element does not alter the element on a design. So with that being said, you have to add in a second element to alter any type of design. Changing a color of a design is not enough for you to use that design on your print-on-demand products. So hopefully this clarifies some things for you. So the second thing I wanted to go over quickly and briefly in this video before we really get into creating a design together is that Creative Fabrica has two different print-on-demand usage licenses. They actually have multiple licenses across the Creative Fabrica platform. They have a personal use license, they have a commercial use license, and then they have a commercial full print-on-demand usage license and a commercial full basic print-on-demand usage license. The full and basic are actually two separate types of licenses, and this is really important to consider. On the screen to the side here, I'm going to include the full print-on-demand usage license, and this is the license that you really want to search for when you are on Creative Fabrica. So when you go on Creative Fabrica, there is a print-on-demand tab that you can click into, and that will show you all of the print-on-demand commercial use licenses that you can use as is. So full print-on-demand usage licenses on graphics means that you can use this in a unaltered state. That means you don't have to edit it, you don't have to add in any other elements, you can use as is. However, they also offer a basic usage print-on-demand license. The basic usage print-on-demand license requires you to alter some form of the design. I wanted to read off what the basic print-on-demand usage license states. So with basic print-on-demand products, you are allowed to, first of all, create and upload crafts and graphics to print-on-demand sites that are vastly different from the original. This means they have unique, distinctive elements that are added by you. See example below. And then two, you can use fonts to create quotes, sentences, word art, etc., and upload those designs to print-on-demand sites. And then third is to generate unlimited sales via print-on-demand sites. So you have unlimited use license for the print-on-demand graphics. And then it also allows for you to ship valid print-on-demand products worldwide. So these are exactly the specifics you need to stick by if you are using the basic print-on-demand usage license. With that being said, the basic print-on-demand usage license is a lot more complex than, I would say, Canva Pro's license. With Canva Pro's license, you can include two elements together, and that's okay with Canva Pro. Again, that's what they emailed me, and they stated that this is okay. Again, with that being said, I would suggest emailing Canva if you are ever concerned about a certain design. Before you post that design, just shoot them an email and say, hey, here's an example of my design. Is this allowed with me combining two elements? However, what I would like to address is with the Creative Fabrica basic print-on-demand usage license, it is a lot different. The example of correct usage of a Creative Fabrica basic print-on-demand usage license requires that that you use multiple different elements and you really need to alter it so it is completely your own intellectual property. Using the dog graphic and then putting a font underneath the dog is not enough as far as Creative Fabrica is giving in this example. What they would like is you to add in multiple different elements, maybe behind, maybe changing the color, maybe warping the text, other things like that. So you are making it your own intellectual property. Again, I would consider contacting these companies directly because I do not work for the companies and I cannot give specific advice. However, this is what I found through doing further research and educating myself. Now, what I would suggest with Creative Fabrica is finding the full print-on-demand usage license graphics so you don't have to worry about potentially causing any issues with your specific designs. If you have any concerns, again, please do contact Creative Fabrica for further instruction and help. Besides that, guys, we are going to hop onto my laptop and we are going to do some research and create a design together for a different print-on-demand product that may not be on your radar right now, but hopefully this gives you ideas on what to create and design for next. So one last thing I really wanted to note before we hop onto my laptop is the fact that these specific licenses are subject to change. And that was one thing that I was really appreciative of in my last video is a lot of people commented and called me out on using a graphic that I should not have used in the video. And I just want to say that these licenses do change and print on demand is a very growing business model. I have seen a lot of big retail stores that I probably am not allowed to even talk about on this channel, but they use print-on-demand business models as well. And with that being said, as we see more commercial use of these print-on-demand licenses, these will most likely change in the future. I know the Canva Pro license was slightly different than what I read on it from last year. So when I was rereading the Canva Pro terms and conditions, I was a little bit surprised with what I found as well. So for me as a educator in this print-on-demand space, I try to keep myself accountable and responsible with knowing any updates. And of course, I made that mistake in the last video and I mixed two licenses together. But again, I really hope that this clears up any concerns or any confusion that arises. And again, really use your resources and email these companies when you may be really questioning your designs or anything like that. But without further ado, we're going to hop right into our video here. Alrighty guys, so now we are on my laptop and I wanted to show you my setup when I am creating listings. The first thing that I start with is Etsy, and in my second tab I usually have Canva, then I have Printify, then I also have Creative Fabrica if I want any elements from there. So with that being said, I do have a free 30-day trial with Everbee, link in the description below if you would like to download that and also go along with me with creating designs and different print-on-demand product types. So as you can see, you can already see what I'm searching for. So one thing that's very popular, especially in August, that people are really shopping for is fall items, fall sweatshirts, maybe fall tote bags, fall decor. Anything with fall and Halloween is a August hot buy, and it really does sell a lot in August. So one thing that a lot of people ask me is, okay, how do you know the trends, especially when you didn't sell on Etsy last year? You may be really confused and kind of throwing spaghetti at the wall, being like, okay, there's so many things to design for. What would I design for that will actually sell? Now, one of my favorite places to go is first of all looking at fall sweatshirts. You can also put fall gifts, that works as well, but what I like to look at is designs for fall sweatshirts. You can kind of see what really sells in the fall time. Now on my TikTok, I made a separate TikTok showing this specific design here. This is already popular now. It's going to most likely be a bestseller, and it's a really simple graphic that just has 4 repeating graphics. With that being said, a lot of other popular things around this time is usually these coffee and latte type of fall items. So what I would suggest is first of all, just pulling up your analytics tool, and I'm going to pull some data and see what sold last year. And the best way to find out what sold last year is by looking at your listing age and estimated total sales. Usually when I do this, I don't look at the estimated monthly revenue because right now these specific niches and seasonal niches aren't necessarily trending. However, you will see this estimated monthly revenue really increase once August and September pick up. So since we're ahead of the game, we're in July right now, we really want to just look at our estimated total sales and then the listing age. So that kind of gives us a clear indicator on what really sold last year. As you can see, this spooky season sweatshirt, this was a seller last year and it's a bestseller right now. So that's a really great indicator that this is probably going to pick up in the algorithm again. As you can see, it's just a cute little ghost that says spooky season on it. I think that's really simple and easy to create in your own way. Again, on this channel, we create our own designs. We claim our own intellectual property when we create those designs. So that's something to think about as I'm kind of reviewing these designs. I never want to lead anyone to copy anyone specifically. This is just to give you some ideas and some inspiration. With that being said, I see this one has a whole lot of favorites. This is something that's a little bit on the line of infringement. And I saw this last year come about a lot with Sanderson sisters, and I can only say a word of being just a little bit careful with copyright infringement, doing anything related to Sanderson sisters, because that could get trademarked later on. Just a word from what I've seen in the past. I stay away from any type of infringement. Some people ask me, and I get a lot of emails saying, oh, Heather, is this okay? Do you think this is fine to design for? And I generally say, if you're questioning about it, maybe you shouldn't create a design with that. However, something like this is really cute too. You can see this person did a skeleton, added some leaves in and a pumpkin down there. And I think that's super cute. And in the analytics, it looked like it was a trending design last year. We are just going to run some analytics and see exactly what we have with Everbee. So Everbee states this listing age is 12 months. This has 124 reviews, 5,000 plus favorites, and 54 estimated monthly sales, estimated monthly revenue of 1,800. So we know this was a bestseller last year from these results and statistics. So that's a really good indicator that these types of graphics are really cute and really trendy and will sell again. Alrighty, so now we are going to create our design together. The first thing that we want to do is find some graphics that we can use. I know that Canva Pro is a little bit confusing as far as using their elements. What I found through emailing them, they have stated that you can combine elements together, and that is considering altering their elements that you can use for commercial use. However, what I would suggest is if you are concerned and maybe you don't want to email Canva about it, what you can do is you can just download some full print-on-demand usage graphics from Creative Fabrica. So what I'm going to look up is just some skeleton graphics, and then we are also going to find some little ghost graphics as well we can use. So what I'm doing here is I'm going to the special license area. I'm clicking on print on demand. So this will filter out anything that we are not allowed to use and things that we can use. So I'm going to scroll around and see exactly what we can download and use and what's going to be cute on a sweatshirt, tote bag, mug, what have you. So I find these skeletons super cute and funny to use. So I'm going to download one of these here, this meditating skeleton. So we're going to download this and then we will add that later. So I'm also going to look up some ghost graphics and little clip art that we can add in here. So again, I'm going to click on print on demand. What I found is also I like to click on graphics and then illustrations to kind of filter out what I really don't want. I like the graphics and illustrations. I think those are always so cute to add in. So what I'm really looking for is just cute little ghosts. I think those are always so adorable on sweatshirts and t-shirts and even totes. So I've decided on these little ghosts. I think these are pretty cute. I'm going to download these. We're going to create some designs. I'm going to create a design custom size of 5,000 by 5,000. And then we're going to drop in our elements we just downloaded. So I am going to get this skeleton and then I am going to add in my Halloween clip art that we have. So For the purpose of this video as well, what I wanted to do is incorporate some Canva elements. So I might end up doing the other ghosts that Canva has because they have other really cute ghosts on their site. Why am I typing in Canva on Canva? Let me get my life together. I'm going to get my life together. So one thing that you'll find with Canva is a lot of their elements are similar to Creative Fabrica. I've seen that at least in the past, that they kind of have some similar elements, or maybe they purchase from the same graphic designers, at least I've seen in the past. That's something to note as well, is you may see some things from other websites. So I think this ghost is super cute. I'm going to add in some of these other ghosts I see here. I'll probably just add in two. I might, These are all so cute. I want to add all of them. I'm going to add in these two ghosts. Maybe, we'll see. We're going to see what one we want. But what we're going to do is to add in some of our own elements as well, is I'm going to add in a exclamation mark and a B. So we can kind of create this in our own way and add in those pieces so we are okay to still use this specific design as our own. These ghosts are so adorable that I don't want to delete all of the ghosts. What one do I choose? I have to delete that one. Oh, I'm so sad. I'm so sad I just deleted that cute little ghost. Well, anyways. Oh no. What am I doing? Okay, I'm going to copy. I'm going to paste. There we go. We're going to put, that is what I just spelled. Oh my goodness. This is where I get canceled on YouTube. So what we're going to do is I'm going to, oh my gosh, there's another spider. Why? It's always when I film, there's a spider. I am like not making this up. Like I'm going to show on the camera here because I don't want to make this up again. Look at that. That's a spider. And I have the carcass of the other spider right here. You guys see that? I have to kill this spider. I don't want to use that book again. So everyone has a weapon of choice with spiders. Comment below what your weapon of choice to kill a spider is. For me, it's flat surfaces such as books or tissue boxes because it's like a perfect corner, because that's where the spiders go. They go in the corner and it's so hard to effectively kill them. And I read someone commented that these spiders that I get are good luck spiders or money spiders. I'm going to kill some money today, supposedly. Time to kill. Okay. Okay, guys, let's act like that didn't happen and just go on with our days. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to change this text. And this font, Skylar Regular, I got from Creative Fabrica, and I downloaded in a separate video that's going to post in the next few weeks. But you can find it on Creative Fabrica by putting in Skylar font. And this is the font for Creative Fabrica. You are allowed to use any font on their site. Again, that's in their print-on-demand terms and conditions for print-on-demand usage. So it is allowed to be used for print-on-demand usage. So back to this. So now you know what font I use. So I'm just going to kind of make this go out just a tiny bit. And then what I'm going to do with this font, because as you can see, these are all white and with their ghost outline. So I'm going to add in an effect, and I'm going to add in the splice effect. I'm going to take thickness down quite a bit, and I'm going to take the offset off. And then I'm going to change this to white so it kind of matches how the ghosts are outlined. I think that is just one swap out I wanted to do. I might take the thickness down just a tiny little bit more. So I'm pretty happy with that, and I think that's a cute little design to add in. Then I have this skeleton, and what I was thinking for this skeleton when I saw it was I was just thinking of yoga and the common phrase namaste. And then I think putting like namaste spooky, namaste creepy, anything like that I think is a really cute idea. And instead of the A, I'm going to use a space, and I'm just going to use the skeleton as the A. So what I'm going to do for this is I'm going to use 6 caps. I'm going to make sure all is uppercase, and then I'm just going to increase the size of this specific design. Going to space it out just once more. And then this will make more sense in a moment here. because what I will do is I'm going to put that back all the way, and then I will make this orange. Maybe we're gonna see how this looks, because sometimes I'm like, okay, that doesn't really make sense. We're gonna see. So next, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put spooky underneath, and instead of 6 caps, I think I want to do one of my other favorite fonts, which is Hallimum. I'm gonna take this size down quite a bit. I'm going to expand and repeat. I just really love this specific type of cursive font. I think it looks really cute. And since it's on a tote bag, I think white will be just fine because the canvas shows really well. So we'll see how the white looks. Sometimes it's a trial and error with print on demand. You kind of just have to see what goes, what makes sense. So I'm going to select all and make sure that this is centered again. I'm going to select all and do the same here. This B is kind of throwing me off because I feel like it's just not evenly distributed. So I'm happy with that. I think centering this, like when I center this, it's just not center. And I think it's just this eye as well, because it's not fully centered, if that makes any sense. And sometimes it's just not going to be perfect. You know, that's just life. It's not perfect. And I think that's fine. I'm going to make this bigger for resolution's sake. So I'm happy with these. I'm really happy with these. I think these are cute and will be really trendy, and I'm going to download them with transparent background. We're going to go to Printify and upload our designs. So we're going to go to our catalog, and then we're going to go to bags. Then looking in our catalog, there are multiple different tote bags that you can design for now. One of my favorite print providers is Monster Digital, and they offer a bag currently for the price of $5.69 with Printify Premium. So if you have the Printify Premium plan, this is a really good deal. And if you don't, it's still $7.39. The other bag that's offered is a natural tote bag with Duplium. Duplium's a really great print provider in Canada. If you do live in Canada, I highly recommend using them. But besides that, we're going to start designing on this. I'm going to upload this specific file. I'm just going to drag and drop this because everyone knows at this point I like dragging and dropping. So this specific design I think is really cute. I think you could do this on a sweatshirt. You could do this on a hoodie. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to copy what we just did. I'm going to click into it, and then I'm going to replace that design with my other design. So with canvas tote bags, you kind of want it centered, but since this design isn't really like fully centered, I guess, you don't have to have it smack dab in the middle. I'm just going to preview this to make sure it looks correct. I think it looks pretty nice, but one thing I kind of want to do is I want to move it up a little bit just so it's a little bit more in the center. I like that a lot better. So I am happy with this. I'm going to save this, and then we're going to do our SEO together on Etsy, and that's it for this tote bag. So I just wrote in the perfect fall tote bag, Halloween trick or treat bag, or Halloween gift bag. This is something that some people look for, surprisingly, around Halloween, is just little treat bags, especially for maybe parents going with their kids and collecting the candy. But for me, when I was growing up, I just remember my candy trick or treat bag was so heavy. So I would give it to my mom and my dad. And that's what I think of when I'm creating this type of product. So the profit for this, you could sell this for $15 easily. What I suggest of a profit margin is maybe $10 for this. I don't think that's too unrealistic, and anyone who follows me knows that I always have a 15 to 20% off sale running. So this makes sense for my pricing and my pricing guide. So I'm going to wait for this to publish. Then we're going to go on the back end of Etsy. While we're waiting for this to publish, what I'm going to do is I am going to get that tote bag mock-up, and we're going to edit that tote bag mock-up as well. I will bring this over. Then I'm going to go down one here. I will duplicate that. So when you want to rotate an item, I saw a comment asking about this. If you click on the box and select, and then you go to this rotate button here, you just slightly rotate. I look at the sides of the tote bag and I make sure that my design is going along those guidelines. And then I just center this in between on the tote bag so it's evenly placed. And then the transparency, we're going to take down quite a bit. So that's about it for that tote bag. Now for the Namaste Spooky, we are going to do the same. Again, we're going to rotate and then we're going to take that transparency down quite a bit again. So I'm pretty happy with that. And I might take the transparency up just a touch on this. So I'm pretty happy with both of these. Now I'm going to download the Namaste Spooky one because that is the one we are doing our SEO for and everything. So I'm going to download this. And now we can view this in our store and edit our SEO and everything that we need for that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add that photo we just downloaded. And it is over 10 megabytes, which I should have double checked. So if you ever get that, just take it down, or you can switch to a JPG file. Those are lower megabytes and it's easier to download. So I would suggest doing JPG if you come across this, or you can always toggle this down to 2500 by 2500, but I like to do JPG. It loads faster for the customer, makes your life a whole lot easier. So now that we finally have that up, I'm going to let that load in, and while it's loading, I'm going to do some SEO for this spooky canvas tote bag. So what I'm going to look at is I'm going to look at maybe Halloween trick-or-treat bags, and we're going to kind of see what SEO is working and what we can use for these specifically. So as you can see, Etsy has its picks. Now, it's funny because I see these Disney specific ones, and I don't know, I made videos about this, but don't mess with the mouse. And by mouse, I mean Mickey Mouse. So just a FYI for anyone who wants to design for Disney. But this looks like a really nice type of trick-or-treat bag. This is really cute. Even doing these graphics around in a circle, you can easily create trick-or-treat, things like that. I think that's super cute for anyone. With that being said, I'm going to run my Everbee analytics and copy and paste what tags are in this listing specifically. So we're going to copy all to clipboard. So now we have our tags. I'm going to paste those in and I'm going to hit enter. So since this isn't personalized, I'm going to take that out, and instead I'm going to put fall. I'll just put fall tote bag for this one specifically. And then just going to increase that just a little bit here, and I'm going to save that so it's a little bit more zoomed in for anyone scrolling past. Now, as far as SEO goes, what I would do for this is Halloween trick or treat bag, Halloween accessory, and then I'm going to see kind of what other people are doing here for their SEO. So generally, I'm just sticking to kids Halloween bag. We're doing funny Halloween bag, and then skeleton. I'll just add in skeleton as our last one. So I might put skeleton. I'm going to cut that. I will put funny skeleton. You know what? That's not working. We're just going to do that. We're going to type in like normal people. So I have hit my limit by a space. Anyways, that's about it for this listing here. I'm going to hit publish. Alrighty guys, so that's going to be it for this video today. Hopefully this gave some of you some inspiration on how to create some trendy Halloween designs. Don't forget to download your 30-day free trial with Everbee. Again, links in the description, guys, where you guys can get Everbee. It's a really great software and tool I use for research and creating designs like this and finding designs that I can kind of pull some inspiration from. Besides that, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and stick around for that blooper reel because you guys know it is coming. So see you guys in the next video here. On the screen to the side here, oh gosh, that was my remote. Basic full, bleh. It is frozen. We are frozen right now. I went too fast. I am going to refresh and hope that it added that stuff in. It did not. I'm going to go back. One of my favorite designers now, or what am I saying? I don't know if I killed it. Oh no, I didn't kill it. Oh, gross. It went to the ground. Gross, gross, gross. Gross. It went to the ground. It did its spider flop thing from the wall. It's still living. Oh, I see it. Oh, how do I? It's like underneath this. My goodness. That thing had like 10 lives. I smacked it 3 times. This is what working at home looks like. Kids. I don't know why I said kids. A lot of people who follow me are adults. Ugh. So gross. Well, I'm going to throw this out and back to work we go.